Hello there! I kind of wanted to do a declutter video. I've kind of been looking through my drawers and there's some products in there that I just don't really feel excited about. I'm ready to move them on to someone else and I thought I would just do that with you, do a little bit of spring cleaning. So we'll just go drawer by drawer like I do in my Shop My Stash videos. The first drawer is larger eyeshadow palettes. And I think there's only one product from here that I'm ready to let go of, and I think it's the Modern Metals palette from e.l.f. I talked about this a little bit in my how many times have I used each eyeshadow palette video. It's kind of made me realize that I don't really get excited about this palette. I changed the lighting so hopefully you can see that a little bit better, but these are pretty shades. I know I have them elsewhere in my collection and some of the shades in here are kind of hard to work with, namely these two darker mattes over here. Everything else in here I would like to keep, so let's move on to the second eyeshadow drawer. I have been doing some thinking and I am ready to get rid of some of the palettes from this drawer, namely these two Milani palettes. I have the Bold Obsessions and I have the Most Loved Mattes. These are nice palettes, they're good quality, and I have gotten a lot of use out of both of these. And I do like the shades, I like the colors, but they're just not super unique to my collection. Like, I have tons of other oranges and purples in my collection. This red orange color right here, that is really pretty. That's this one right here. It is a pretty palette. I don't know, I'm not gonna reach for either of these palettes over any of the other eyeshadows in my collection. There are other formulas and other brands that I get more excited about, so I think I'll move these on. And I think that's everything for this drawer. As much as I know that I should probably move the Stila Eyes Are the Windows to the Soul palette out, I have had this for a number of years. I still really love the shades in here, especially these 8 shades over here, so I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit longer. Yeah. Next we have my third eyeshadow drawer, and there are a couple things in here that I think I could get rid of. The first one I can think to get rid of is this Glazed eyeglass here from Better London. This is in the shade Oil Slick and it is really, really pretty, but it has definitely dried up. The formula is not what it used to be. I just really can't justify buying these liquid shadows from Better London or the Stila ones either, just because I don't use them enough before they go bad. So this one's definitely dried up. I'm gonna let this one go. None of the singles that I have really stick out as something that I want to get rid of either, so I'm gonna keep everything else that's in this drawer. Actually, you know what? No, I can get rid of this single eyeshadow. This was like a gift with purchase from a ColourPop order. It's in the shade Doo Wop, and it's kind of like a white base with a yellow duochrome flash to it. It's really pretty, very glittery though, and I know it's not something I'm gonna reach for. Next we have blushes and bronzers. Let's see. I like most of the blushes that I own. I don't really have any in particular that I think I need to get rid of. Yeah, everything in my blushes I like. Let's see, I can get rid of this Wet n Wild one. This is in the shade Bronze Dynasty, and it's just not something that I need in my collection, so I can pass this on. This is like practically brand new. I've only used it like 4 or 5 times. Oh, this one here, this is from Too Faced, and it is their Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So I've used up the milk chocolate one in the past, and I've actually used this one like over 80 times. I checked my makeup tracking usage spreadsheet. I took this with me to Italy and wore it the whole time, and now I pulled it back out for my Shop My Stash in May, and I realized that the smell has changed, the texture has changed, like the formula just isn't the same as what it used to be. I don't know, it just takes forever to build up and it's just not the same as it used to be. I think it has expired, so unfortunately I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. But everything else in here I'd like to keep. The next drawer is highlighters, and I do think that there are a couple things from here that I'd like to get rid of. The first one being this one from Physicians Formula. This is, honestly, it is one of my favorite highlighters. When I did a highlighter ranking video, I ranked this one pretty high. I love the formula, and I also love that you can kind of manipulate the color depending on what you want. I've used this before on other people. I think it's a really nice formula, but I've had this for a long time. If you can see, it's starting to like hard pan right there, and I'm probably close to hitting pan on it in that one spot, but I think I'm ready to move this out, especially with Physicians Formula not being cruelty-free anymore. Same with this Wet n Wild Loose highlighter. I did press this into a compact, so I have a pressed version of it, and then I did put a little bit of the loose version in this Laura Mercier container that I just repurposed. So I'll keep those two and get rid of this. There's still so much product in there, so I'm going to pass that on to somebody else to enjoy. think I can also get rid of this one from Laura Geller. I'm not going to choose this over any of the other highlighters in my collection. And it is pretty, but it's just very, I don't know, it's very subtle. But it has a really pretty sheen to it. I don't know, it's just alright. And like I said, I'm not going to choose it over other ones, so I'll pass this one on. I think everything else in here I'm good to keep. This next drawer is foundations, concealers, powders, primers, setting sprays, pretty much all complexion products. There's not a ton that I want to get rid of from here because I do go through these products pretty regularly, and there's nothing in here that I dislike enough to get rid of, but I do want to get rid of this Catrice powder. This is the Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder, and it's waterproof and translucent. I think because the packaging broke and the top of it has been off, it's just dried out like a lot. I used to use this as like a touch-up powder in my backpack, but then when it broke, I just took it out. It's not something that I enjoy enough to keep using or press into another compact or anything, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one. I think that it being exposed to air so much more since the packaging broke has changed the formula quite a bit. Everything else in here I think I'm good. And then the last drawer is lip products. I definitely have some lip products in here that I want to get rid of. So I have lip pencils in here, and then I have bullet lipsticks and like this lippy pencil in here. I have liquid lipsticks, and then I have like glosses and balms back here. This one from Kopari, it's the Lip Love or the Lip Glossy. I do really like this, and I've used up one of these in the past. I think I might have run it through the washer or something, because when I tried to apply it the last couple of times, including today, it tastes like soap and it's really gross, and I think I ruined it. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm also going to get rid of this Pacifica Sun and Lip Care SPF 30 Mineral Lip Balm. This is in the shade Nude, I believe. Yeah, it's in the shade Nude. And if you can see, it's a really dry formula. It's always kind of been like that, but it's gotten significantly drier as of late. And now it smells like clay, like the scent has completely changed. So I'm going to get rid of this. I have two Wet n Wild lipsticks in here that I'm ready to get rid of. This is in the shade Toffee Talk, and this is in the shade Oh My Dolly. I recently used Toffee Talk in a recreating a Snapchat filter tutorial that I did a while back, and I don't really love this color on me. This Oh My Dolly one is fine. I have had it for a while. It's okay, but I do have a lip pencil from NYX. This is in the shade Disco Rage, and if I want a hot pink lip, I can just put this all over my lips and maybe put a lip balm on top and kind of get the same color, so I don't need both. I do have a couple more. So I have this Dose of Colors one in Merlot, and this is a gorgeous color. Like, it's gorgeous, but it does have a very hot pink base, and it stains my lips like crazy. So I never really want to wear it because I know it's gonna give me like super hot pink stained lips for like the whole day after, and I don't want to scrub at my lips so hard to get it off. I just don't want to do that, so I'm gonna move this one out. If I want a deep red like this, I can wear Fiery or Fieri from Stila, so I have another red option if I want. And then I have this liquid lipstick from Colored Rain. It's in the shade Cotton Candy, but it's spelled with 2 Ks. And this is a metallic liquid lipstick, and I think I just kind of like maybe fell for the hype. It's really pretty, but it's not something I'm ever gonna wear. If I want to wear a metallic liquid lip, I can just wear any liquid lipstick and then put a metallic eyeshadow on top. I've done that before. I don't need to buy special metallic liquid lipsticks. So these ones can go. Let's see, this is a matte lip color from e.l.f. in the shade Nearly Nude. I don't really ever wear this. I wonder if I should give it a shot. It's a really pretty color. I'll give it a try. It might end up in my next declutter in the future. But yeah, I think everything else in here is good. So let's look at everything that I'm decluttering. Okay, so this is everything I'm decluttering. It's not like a huge getting rid of half my collection decluttered. These are products that are either expired, or they're from a brand that I don't really want to talk about on my channel anymore, or they're just products that don't excite me as much, and I'm not going to choose them over other products in my collection. I hope this was fun to watch. I hope you weren't expecting like a huge cull, because I just don't really do those on my channel anymore. It doesn't really make sense with what I try to do with curating my collection. Let me know if you've had any really good declutters lately, or if you've had some products that you've just changed your mind about, you've lost interest in them, or you're just ready to move them on. Let me know if you've had any declutters like that. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.